Inside the State House, insurance could potentially look a little different in Illinois. Lawmakers are pushing to enact a new bill that would require gun owners to have insurance. Fox Illinois' Monique Davis spoke with those lawmakers to see how this legislation will benefit the state. Monique?
That's right. Lawmakers tell me this idea has been in the works for years, and the main goal is to make Illinois a safer state.
Not just making sure we're looking at the ways in which people will have access to firearms, but what are the ways in which we're paying for the societal costs when there is gun violence in our communities.
Illinois State Representative Bob Morgan is in the early stages of getting a gun insurance task force approved to help this legislation come to life.
It's a representation from the insurance industry who are promoting gun violence prevention and those who are focused on gun rights and gun owner rights. So basically having a broad-based representation to have this conversation and figure out whether this is something we can and should do in Illinois.
With the new legislation, there are several questions about how claims would work and if gun owners would have to get insurance for individual weapons. Morgan says it's something the task force will have to examine.
Because this kind of insurance just doesn't exist anywhere in the country. This would be the first state to really adopt an idea of creating a specific rider, effectively, when we have insurance riders for flooding in our homes. This would be an additional rider for somebody who has a firearm in their home.
Morgan added he's already spoken to a few insurance companies to see what kind of coverage could potentially be provided. Some lawmakers don't agree with Morgan's stance, stating this legislation is a violation to the rights of Illinoisans.
I don't see a gap in coverage for a need for firearm insurance. Ultimately, I see this as kind of a penalty for those trying to exercise their Second Amendment right.
Richard Pearson with the Illinois Rifle Association says this would be an inconvenience to gun owners who face economic hardships.
So it depends on how the law is written. If you had to have an insurance policy for every firearm, I mean, it'd be crazy.
If the task force receives approval, it will have a dozen members, and Morgan says he hopes the legislation makes it to Governor Pritzker's desk. Reporting in studio, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. In 2022, the New Jersey governor signed a law requiring all firearm carriers cover property damage, death, or injury insurance.
Inside the State House, a new law could require Illinois gun owners to get firearm insurance, and some owners, they're not happy. Members of the Illinois Rifle Association says it's illegal to take out firearm insurance for criminal activity. To ease their minds, Illinois State Representative Bob Morgan has already spoke with insurance companies to get the right guidance.
We have to talk about what would that look like in terms of cost. How would you insure something? Are you insuring the product of the firearm, the gun, or are you insuring the conduct? But what about physical property damage? What about when a firearm is stolen? What are those different ways where insurance could cover those products in a way that's actually protecting gun owners?
The Gun Violence Prevention Committee will have a hearing March 5th to discuss this law further.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to watch more videos from Fox Illinois.